Billions of years ago, a star was forged in the depths of the cosmos, patiently waiting for its moment to shine. Today, that star is you. Every experience, every tear shed, every victory celebrated were steps leading you to this point. But this is not just another day on the calendar. This is the day the universe always knew would arrive. It is the moment when all chaos, all uncertainty, and every doubt dissolve into a single point of clarity. You were born for this moment. How could it be otherwise? The symphony of existence has played every note to prepare you. Now, the stage is lit, and the eyes of infinity are fixed upon you. Nothing in the universe happens by chance. Think of a tide rising on the shore. Each wave seems isolated, but it is part of a much greater cycle. Your life is like that. Those moments that seemed meaningless, the struggles that felt unbearable, all were part of a grander plan, aligning perfectly for this very moment. Time, which many believe to be linear, is actually a spiral, always bringing you back to crucial moments. This is the apex, the point of convergence where your experiences become powerful tools. Look around you, the people entering your life, the challenges that arise out of nowhere, everything is shouting a single message: the time is now. There is a voice inside you that has never been silenced. It whispers in quiet nights, it shouts in moments of crisis, but it has always been there, insisting that you are different, that you are chosen. This voice is not a random occurrence, nor is it an illusion. It is the manifestation of the divine, a calling that can no longer be ignored. You feel it, don't you? Like a drum beating in the depths of your soul, declaring that something greater is about to happen. The world may try to silence this voice with doubts and fears, but it is stronger. It is the compass pointing to your purpose. Now, everything depends on you listening to it. Have you ever wondered why you faced so many challenges, so many nights when the world seemed too heavy to bear? It wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Like a blacksmith hammering iron to mold it into a powerful sword, life has been shaping you. Every pain was a lesson, every loss a teacher. Your gifts, which once seemed disconnected, now form a perfect arsenal for this moment. Think of a flower struggling to break through the hard soil of winter, only to bloom in the most radiant spring. You are that flower, and spring has arrived. Everything you've been through has made you strong enough to embrace what comes next. What does it mean to be chosen? It means your life is not just about you. You are a bridge between what was and what will be. Every step you take, every decision you make, is paving the way for others to follow. Think of a bridge connecting two worlds separated by an abyss. Without it, progress would be impossible. You are that bridge, carrying the strength of past generations and the hope of those yet to come. This moment is not just yours, it is a gift to all who will be impacted by your light. When you act, the entire world changes. There is a unique energy that takes shape when you begin to align with your purpose. It's as if the universe conspires in a whisper that only you can hear, yet it resonates with overwhelming intensity within your spirit. This force manifests in the small details that many overlook, the coincidences that stubbornly repeat, the seemingly casual encounters that actually carry powerful messages. Every situation that arises, no matter how insignificant it may seem, carries a sacred invitation for you to take the next step. However, this alignment cannot be complete without your conscious choice to act. It is at this very moment that the world awaits your decision. With the unique vibration flowing through you, there is an unmistakable feeling that the time has finally come, and it waits for no one. What you feel now is not a mere impulse or passing idea. It is the pulse of something greater, an undeniable connection between you and forces that transcend human understanding. This inner call, often drowned out by the noise of daily life, is clearer than ever. It tells you to move forward, even when the path seems unclear. This voice, which for so long refused to be ignored, now becomes impossible to silence. It is a constant reminder that your existence is no accident and that you carry something within you that the world desperately needs. It is not just about hearing this voice but trusting it. This is the moment when you must surrender to the unshakable truth that you were born with a specific and irreplaceable purpose. Every battle you faced, every tear that fell, and every doubt that tried to take root in your mind were tools of refinement. Just as a diamond is shaped by immense pressure, you have been shaped by what seemed unbearable. These experiences, which sometimes left scars, have actually strengthened you in ways you cannot yet fully understand. There is no greater strength than that forged in the fire of adversity. Now, you begin to realize that you could not have endured all this if you were not being prepared for something extraordinary. Every difficult choice, every closed door, and every mistake that haunted you were essential pieces in building the foundation upon which you must now rise. This moment is the pinnacle of a divine preparation that has always been underway. Imagine for a moment that your life is an intricate tapestry, each thread representing an event, a choice, or an emotion. Sometimes, up close, it seems the threads are tangled, confused, meaningless. But as you step back, you see the complete picture, a masterpiece that could only be created by divine hands. That is exactly what your journey represents. Even the moments that seemed irrelevant or disconnected now make sense because they have all converged on this moment. You begin to see that the skills you've developed, the relationships you've cultivated, and the lessons you've learned are not loose pieces. They fit perfectly into a purpose that only you can fulfill. And that purpose waits no longer, it is calling with urgency. There is an indescribable feeling that arises when you understand that the impact of your actions extends beyond yourself. Your life, which may have often felt small or isolated, is actually a catalyst for something immensely greater. You are not here merely to exist but to transform. Every move you make now has the potential to create ripples that resonate for generations. Think of a stone thrown into a still lake. The impact is brief, but the ripples continue, touching distant shores. So is your mission as a chosen one. Every decision, no matter how small it seems, carries an eternal weight. You are the bridge between eras, a bearer of light connecting the past, the present, and the future. And this is the moment when you must take the first step. The journey to embrace this moment demands more than just strength. It requires unwavering faith, a trust that transcends logic and apparent circumstances. Often, it feels as though everything around you conspires against you, that doors remain closed, that answers don't arrive. But it is in these moments that you uncover the essence of what it means to be chosen. Faith is the invisible thread that connects the now with what is to come, enabling you to take steps into the void, trusting that the ground will form beneath your feet. This is not a passive faith but an active one, requiring movement even when results remain unseen. It transforms the impossible into the inevitable and fear into fuel for greatness. This faith ignites the flame that lights your path. No matter how challenging the journey has been, you've made it here. And arriving here is, in itself, a testament to your resilience. It is time to look back and celebrate not just the victories but also the scars that prove you overcame what once seemed impossible. Every step you took, even when it felt insignificant, was vital in shaping the powerful being you are now. This is not only a moment to act but also a time to recognize how far you've come. Think of the journey as a harvest. The seeds you planted with effort, pain, and faith are now ready to bear fruit. You stand before this harvest, and it is abundant. All that remains is to reach out and claim what has always been yours by divine right. The transformation that begins within you is like a fire that cannot be contained. It burns away old limitations, fears, and beliefs that no longer serve your higher purpose. But this fire also illuminates, bringing clarity and revealing paths that once seemed hidden. Just as fire can devastate a forest, it also enriches the soil, allowing new life to flourish. You are the bearer of this divine flame, a lit torch entrusted to you to bring light to the darkest corners. The impact of this transformation is not confined to you, it reverberates through everything and everyone that crosses your path. This moment is not merely about change, it is about rebirth. A new you is emerging, stronger, wiser, and more deeply connected to the purpose that created you. Embracing this moment demands a complete surrender to the present. So often, we are tempted to look back at the past with regret or forward to the future with anxiety. Yet the truth is that the only place where true power resides is in the now. The present is the sole point of creation, the only space where you can shape your reality. When you learn to fully inhabit this instant, something extraordinary happens. Fear loses its grip, distractions dissolve, and you access the fullness of who you truly are. Picture yourself as an eagle that, instead of fighting against the wind, allows it to carry them, soaring to unimaginable heights. The present is that wind, a powerful force that, when harnessed with wisdom, can take you beyond anything you've ever dreamed possible. Before we continue, if you've always felt different, uniquely sensitive, or drawn to greater missions, our ebook is a valuable resource for you. It provides practical insights to help you recognize your true mission as a chosen one and overcome the challenges of misunderstanding and isolation. By purchasing the ebook, you'll also gain exclusive, instant access to our Discord community, a space where you can share your experiences, connect with others who understand what you're going through, and find genuine support in a welcoming environment. Check out the first pinned comment on this video and receive access to this unique and exclusive resource today. You have been called to be an agent of change in a world desperately in need of transformation. In times of darkness, even the smallest spark can light an entire path. And you, with the light you carry, are far more than a spark, you are a beacon. The actions you take now have the power to inspire others to find their own light. Think of how a single candle can light thousands of others without losing its flame. That is your role. You don't need to have all the answers, nor do you need to be perfect. All that's required is your willingness to act authentically, allowing your light to shine even when the winds of doubt try to extinguish it. It is through your courage that others will find their own. However, there is a price to embracing this calling, and it comes in the form of responsibility. You have been gifted with talents that were not given to you by chance. They were entrusted to you because the universe knew you were capable of using them wisely. But gifts without action are like seeds stored away in a vault, they never bloom. The responsibility of a chosen one is not just to carry this light, but to share it, to multiply it. This means that even when it's hard, even when you feel tired, you are called to persevere. This is not a burden to be feared, but an honor to be embraced. For in accepting this responsibility, you not only transform the world around you but also yourself, becoming an even more powerful version of who you were meant to be. This moment is a powerful reminder that you are not here by accident. Every breath you take, every thought that crosses your mind, every step you take, it's all part of a divine plan. It's easy at times to feel small in the vastness of the universe, but remember, the stars you see in the sky may seem tiny, yet each one is an explosion of immeasurable light. So it is with you. It may feel like your actions are insignificant, but they have an impact far beyond what you can see. You were placed here with a specific purpose, a unique role that no one else can fulfill. This is the moment to claim that role, to embrace your greatness, and to leave your indelible mark on the fabric of time. The world, in its vastness, often seems indifferent, a place where voices are lost and efforts go unnoticed. But that is just an illusion. The universe watches every move you make intently, as if holding its breath, waiting to see what you'll do next. There is an energy within you that cannot be ignored, a force that is felt even before it is seen. When you move, the world adjusts. When you speak, the silence gains meaning. This power of impact doesn't lie in grand gestures but in the consistency of your presence. It is in the simple act of being who you are, of standing firm in your truth, that the deepest changes occur. What seems small now will be remembered as monumental, because that is how the chosen transform the world, one action at a time. Sometimes, the weight of being chosen can feel overwhelming. There are moments when the burden seems too great, and the loneliness of the path threatens to suffocate your courage. But in those moments, you must remember, you were not chosen by chance. You carry within you all the tools needed to face whatever comes, even when you feel you lack the strength. Imagine a warrior entering battle unaware that the armor they wear is indestructible. That armor is your faith, your resilience, and the love that created you. When doubt tries to weaken your resolve, remember that the hardest battles are reserved for the strongest. Not because you are meant to suffer, but because it is through these battles that your greatness is revealed. You are forged to withstand what others cannot. Every chosen one is both a leader and a learner. There is always something to teach and something to learn, and it is in this exchange that true transformation occurs. When you embrace your role not only as one who lights the way but also as one who walks alongside others, you create an eternal cycle of growth. Think of a river that flows constantly, nourishing everything it touches while also renewing itself as it receives water from its banks. You are like that river, a source of life that never runs dry but grows stronger through sharing. This is your moment to lead, to inspire, but also to listen and to learn. It is how you maintain your connection to the greater purpose and stay aligned with the divine plan. When you act, it's not just the present that is impacted. Your choices reverberate beyond the now, shaping the future in ways you may never see. It's like planting a tree whose shade you may never sit under but which will shelter generations to come. That is the kind of impact the chosen have. Their actions transcend time. Think of how each small choice, a word of encouragement, a gesture of kindness, an act of courage, becomes a seed that will grow long after you are gone. This is the power of the moment you live in now. It is an opportunity to sow the kind of change the world so desperately needs. And you, with everything you are and everything you have overcome, are the gardener who can turn deserts into gardens. If you listen closely, you'll realize that the universe is silent now, not because nothing is happening but because everything is waiting for your movement. It's like a dancer standing at the center of the stage, with the spotlight shining brightly, as the orchestra holds its note. This is your moment, the climax of a journey that began long before you were born. The question isn't whether you're ready, but whether you're willing. Because the truth is, you've already been prepared. Everything you've lived through has brought you to this point, every lesson, every fall, and every victory. The world doesn't need you to be perfect, it needs you to be you. And that is what makes this moment so powerful. No one is more qualified to live it than you. By embracing this moment, you'll realize it's not just about personal fulfillment. It's a call to become an active force of transformation in the world. Picture yourself as a raindrop falling into a still lake. Though small, your presence creates ripples that expand far beyond the point of impact. Such is your mission. It's not just about achieving something grand but about creating lasting change, one choice at a time. When you act with intention and purpose, you activate a potential that transcends physical and emotional limits. The ripples you create don't stop with you, they inspire others to do the same, generating a cascade of transformation. It's a cosmic dance where your actions resonate within the fabric of time, linking your essence to the collective destiny. The gift you offer the world is unique because it carries the marks of your journey. No other being possesses exactly the same experiences, scars, or light as you. And it is this uniqueness that makes you indispensable. When you share who you are authentically, you give others permission to do the same. Think of how a lit candle can illuminate an entire room, not through the strength of its flame but simply by existing. Your authenticity is like that candle, radiating a light that draws in and encourages those lost in the darkness. This is the moment to shine fearlessly, to let your truth be seen and felt. Because by doing so, you not only transform the world around you but also reconcile with the fullness of who you truly are. There is a magnetic force within you that attracts precisely what you need to fulfill your purpose. People, opportunities, and even challenges appear in your life as pieces of a divine puzzle, each playing a role in your journey. It is essential to recognize that these connections are not accidental, they are intentional, sent by the universe to guide and strengthen you. When you learn to recognize these pieces and trust the process, everything begins to align in an almost magical way. Imagine yourself as a magnet, vibrating at your highest frequency, attracting all that is necessary to manifest your mission. This is the beauty of being a chosen one. Even in moments of uncertainty, there is a greater certainty working behind the scenes, ensuring that you are never truly alone. However, being a chosen one also means being willing to leave behind what no longer serves your purpose. Growth demands sacrifice, and that sacrifice often comes in the form of letting go of old patterns, relationships, or beliefs that limit your potential. It's a painful but essential process. Think of a snake that must shed its old skin to grow. The same is true for you. With every layer you shed, you come closer to the most authentic and powerful version of yourself. This moment requires courage to let go, to trust that by releasing what is familiar, you are creating space for something infinitely greater. It is an act of faith, but also of liberation. And in doing so, you discover that you were never defined by the things you lost, you were always defined by what survived. the impact of your actions extends far beyond what your eyes can see. Every choice you make, every word you speak, and every gesture you offer has the potential to create waves of transformation. You may never fully know how far those waves will reach or how many lives they will touch. But it is precisely this uncertainty that makes your mission so grand. It's not about receiving recognition or applause, it's about planting seeds that will bloom in places you may never visit. Imagine a farmer sowing seeds across a vast field, trusting that the rain and sun will do their part. So it is with your journey, a series of acts of faith that together shape a lasting legacy. And even when you don't immediately see the fruits, you can rest assured that they will come. There is undeniable power in the vulnerability of a chosen one. For so long, society has confused strength with invulnerability, but the truth is that real strength lies in the ability to be transparent, honest, and human. Your wounds do not weaken you, they connect you. When you share your struggles and triumphs, you create a bridge for those still trying to find their way. Your vulnerability is not a weakness, it is an open door through which others can find hope and courage. Think of how light passes through broken glass, creating unique patterns of beauty. So it is with you. Every crack in your story allows divine light to shine through in ways only you can manifest. This is the moment to let your humanity become your greatest strength. As you move forward, you will realize that your journey is not about reaching a final destination but about who you become in the process. Transformation happens in every step, in every conscious choice to continue, even when facing the unknown. This is where the true magic lies, in the ongoing gift of rediscovering yourself, growing, and expanding your vision of what is possible. There is no end to your evolution because every moment is an opportunity to be more, do more, and impact more. Think of life as a river that never stops flowing. Even when it encounters obstacles, it finds new ways to move forward. So it is with you. This is the moment to embrace your journey, not as a series of goals to achieve but as an eternal dance of growth and purpose. As you approach the pinnacle of your mission, you will face one final challenge: letting go of the fear of failure. Fear is the only true enemy of the chosen one because it paralyzes and obscures the vision of what is possible. But remember, failure is not falling, it is refusing to rise. Every attempt that didn't work out was a lesson, an adjustment, a step closer to perfect alignment with your purpose. Think of an archer adjusting their aim with every shot until they finally hit the target. So it is with you. Perfection is not required, perseverance is. When you understand that even your failures are part of the plan, fear loses its grip, and you gain the freedom to act without reservation. This moment doesn't demand guarantees, it demands courage. Being chosen means being willing to face resistance not only from the world but from within yourself. Inside you, there are voices that sometimes whisper that you're not enough, that the weight is too heavy, that the path would be easier if you gave up. But those voices are not the truth, they are echoes of the past, reflections of limitations you have already overcome. When those doubts arise, they should not be ignored or fought but listened to with compassion. They are reminders that you are human, that it's normal to question. But they are also opportunities to reaffirm your faith in yourself and the purpose that created you. Every time you silence those doubts with action, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than you thought. And in doing so, you draw even closer to your divine essence. Everything in the universe pulses with the anticipation of your next steps. There are no more excuses, no more room for hesitation. This moment was tailor-made for you, like a perfectly fitted garment. When you act, something within you fully awakens, like a giant rising after a long slumber. It is impossible to ignore the fact that your actions, no matter how small they seem, hold the power to alter the course of things. Think of how a single spark can ignite an entire forest. You are that spark, carrying the potential to transform everything you touch. This is the time to be bold, to move with confidence, knowing that the entire universe stands ready to support you on your journey. The only question that remains is, are you ready to take the first step? The chosen one never walks alone, even when solitude feels inevitable. There is an invisible force, a presence that sustains you in the most challenging moments. That force is the universe itself, whispering that you are on the right path, even when everything seems to be falling apart. Think of a tree standing firm during a storm, its roots digging deeper into the ground as the winds howl. So it is with you. Every difficulty you face is not an attempt to break you but to strengthen you, to connect you more deeply with your essence. Solitude is often an invitation to introspection, a sacred space where you can realign with your purpose. Embrace it. Use it to listen to your own soul and reconnect with the force that created you. The journey of the chosen one is a dance between what is known and what is yet to come. You have been prepared for this moment, but that doesn't mean the path will be predictable. There are mysteries that reveal themselves only as you move forward, doors that open only when you are willing to turn the handle. This is the time to trust the unknown, to leap into the abyss with the certainty that something greater will sustain you. Think of how a bird learns to fly. It doesn't wait for guarantees, it simply jumps, trusting its wings will carry it. Your wings are ready, even if you have yet to realize it. The flight begins now. And as you rise, you'll discover there are no limits to where you can go. Every step you take now is a declaration of faith, not just in the universe, but in yourself. You were created for this, shaped for this very moment. And yet, the magnitude of this truth may feel overwhelming, as if it's greater than you can bear. But remember, the weight of purpose is never heavier than the strength of the one who carries it. Within you lies an inexhaustible well of courage and determination, waiting to be tapped. Think of a mountain that seems insurmountable until the first step is taken. So it is with your journey. The path ahead may seem long, but every step taken with intention and confidence brings you closer to the destiny prepared for you since the beginning of time. As you move forward, you begin to realize that the limitations you once believed in were merely illusions. The barriers that seemed so real now reveal themselves as shadows, disappearing under the light of your determination. It's as if the universe itself is removing obstacles, clearing the way for you to walk freely. But this doesn't happen automatically. It requires you to choose to keep going, even when fear tries to hold you back. True freedom comes from within, from knowing you are aligned with something far greater than any momentary difficulty. You are not just breaking external barriers, you are shattering the internal chains that kept you small. This moment is an opportunity to become everything you were always destined to be: unlimited, unstoppable, unforgettable. Throughout this process, you will also recognize that you are not merely fulfilling a role, you are leaving a legacy. Everything you do now will be felt by those who come after you, like a beacon guiding travelers across uncharted seas. This legacy is not built only on grand achievements but in the details, in how you treat others, in the choices you make when no one is watching, in the love you pour into every action. Think of how a single tree can grow into a forest over time. So too is the impact of your life. You are planting seeds that will grow far beyond what you can imagine. What you do today is more than meaningful, it is eternal. And so, there comes a moment to look inward and acknowledge the strength that has brought you this far. You have weathered storms, overcome doubts, and remained true to what you believed in, even when the path seemed lost. That is no small feat. You are living proof that purpose can overcome any obstacle, that the inner light cannot be extinguished. Recognizing this is not an act of vanity but one of gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, for not giving up, gratitude for the universe, for guiding every step, and gratitude for the higher purpose that has always been in your heart. This is the time to honor yourself, to celebrate everything you are and everything you are about to become. Because what lies ahead will be even greater than everything that has come before. And so, we arrive at the starting point. For in truth, this is not the end but the beginning of something extraordinary. You were born for this moment, and now it stands before you, waiting to be lived with intensity and courage. There are no more doubts, no more fears. All that remains is action, the leap of faith that turns dreams into reality, possibilities into certainties. The world needs you, exactly as you are, with your imperfections and your brilliance. This is your time. This is your calling. The only thing left is a choice, to embrace everything you were born to be. And when you do, it will not only be the world that changes. You will discover that, deep down, you were always destined to change everything. You've made it this far, and that alone is a testament to the strength you carry. Remember, you are no coincidence. Your journey, with all its twists and contradictions, has been divinely designed to bring you to this exact moment. And now, the world is waiting for your light, your courage, your authenticity. No matter how small the first step may seem, its impact will be immeasurable. This is the moment when you stop hiding, when doubt dissolves, and purpose takes center stage. You were born for this, and now it's time to live this truth without fear. Let your courage inspire others, let your light illuminate the darkest corners, and let your legacy resonate through generations. If this message resonated with you, leave a like below and subscribe to the channel to continue your journey of self-discovery and spirituality. Share this message with others who need to hear it today. Additionally, leave your thoughts in the comments. Your words could inspire more than you realize. Don't miss the chance to join our exclusive Discord community by purchasing our ebook through the link pinned in the first comment. I'm certain it will be a valuable resource for you. It will not only bring clarity to your mission and unique gifts, but also connect you with other chosen ones who will embrace you and offer their support. Don't miss out on being part of this space. This is a crucial moment, and together we can impact many lives. Choose to be part of this mission. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone supporting us through Buy Me a Coffee. Your contributions help us improve our videos every day and provide the best content possible. If you'd like to support us, the link is also in the pinned comment. Before you go, don't miss the video suggested on the screen now or dive into our playlist of Chosen One secrets. Each video was created for you, for this moment. And remember, the time to act is now. Be the change you were born to be. See you soon, Chosen One. We'll meet again in the next video.